Hello folks, it's early Saturday morning and I'm up here with my coffee. I'm not normally here on a Saturday, but you know, opportunity presents itself, so I thought we'd come up and get a few jobs done. So there's a couple of things I want to do today, but let me just show you this. Look, let's go all the way down in the plot. Oh, look, I've broke out into a jog so we can get there nice and quick. Let me spin you around. Here you go. Remember the iceberg lettuces that I told you about just before I went on holiday? Let me put my coffee down. They're looking smashing. Look at these. Look, they've properly hearted up. So I have harvested one from here and I'm in the process of eating it now. But the slugs have been showing a bit of an interest, but they're looking smashing. They're looking brilliant. So I might push my luck and see if I can get a second song of these done. Maybe not. They do generally take quite a long time to grow. Remember, they were the cheap ones that we bought from the garden centre, so they've been in there growing away, so I might have enough time, I might not have enough time. Speaking of having enough time, let me just bring you down here. This is my main job for today, and we'll quickly move you around. You remember a while ago, the people from Vigiga, they sent me a big U-shaped bed. So the big U-shaped bed that we've got down the bottom there, let me show you, let me point to it down there. It's got the squash growing in it and whatnot. It is a brilliant piece of kit. It's great. They sent me that at the same time and I've done nothing with it. And it's, despite, let me show you again, despite what it shows like that picture on the box, that isn't what's in there. This is a big, tall, sort of round pot kind of thing. And I've got the idea that we're going to do our autumn carrots in there. So I think I'm actually going to put it in this area here. You can see we've got a little bit of an issue with some bolted radish behind it there that I'm going to have to tidy up. But let me show you the sweet peas in this area. Look at the sweet peas. Look, they look lovely. They look really, really nice. So I think some of the sweet peas around here are going to get cut, because obviously the more you cut them, the more it encourages them to grow, the more flowers you get. So I'll cut some of those and take them home today. And to top it all off, that new tub container pot bed thing, whatever you want to call it, it's quite a size, but I've got a bargain. I've got some bargain compost. So what I'll do is I'll get set up, we'll get this sorted out, we'll get it built, we'll get it filled up, we'll get the carrots in, we'll see how it looks, and I'll show you my bargain compost. So back with you in just a jiffy. So that's all the bits unpacked from the box, and it looks pretty straightforward construction. There's just, you see all the holes down there, they just aligned with each other just like the last one did. Pop the nuts and bolts through there and that should be it on nice and simple. The only thing I'm thinking is that I know I've got my bargain compost and I've only got 4 bags here. Have I got 4 bags? Yeah, 4 bags, and I've got one in the boot of the car. I'm just looking at the size of this and I'm hoping it's going to curl around a lot more, or else I'm going to be having another trip to the garden centre to fill it up, because I think it's going to be quite big compared to what I was expecting. So what I'll do is I'll crack on with getting this put together, because you don't need to see me fitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nuts and bolts about, what, half a dozen times. So what's that, 42? If I remember my 7 times table, yeah, you don't need to see me putting together 42 nuts and bolts. So I'll crack on with this, and I'll come back to you once we've got this bit of mess sorted out behind you then. Speaking of the mess, in fact, 2 things to speak of. One, these was a starting to bolt just before I went on holiday, and I left them and they flowered, and the bees have been going absolutely nuts for the bolted radishes, and there's a couple of bolted lettuces back there. So I've just left them, bees are loving them, loads of insects and wildlife and stuff like that. Brilliant. Second thing, as you might have noticed, I have invested in a drone to get different types of footage to add into the videos, and that made them a bit more interesting, something that you might like. If you would like to see a drone tour of this entire allotment plot site, it'll only be 2 or 3 minutes long. I'll just fly the drone all the way over, because to be honest, I need a bit of practice flying. So if you'd like to see that, please let me know in the comments down below. Pop a comment down below, let me know if that's something you'd like to see, and I'll get the drone up, we'll fly it all the way over, we'll just get a sort of bird's eye view of all the plots. That I'll find it quite interesting, whether other people do or not, we'll see. But leave me a comment if you do. I'll get that put together. It'll just be the flyover with a bit of music behind it, and you can have a nosy on what everybody's doing in a roundabout here, and you can see the sheer scale of this site that we're on here, because like I say, there's over 200 plots here, so time for a bit of a nosy about. But anyway, I'll crack on with this and I'll be back with you in just a jiffy. So we've hit a little bit of a snag. So those of you who watched my last video about the Spider Farmer grow light, the new shelf setup thing that we've got, and I mentioned it was a lot bigger than I thought it was. And if, you know, there's a bit of a theme here. Let me just spin you around here. Now, what I appear to be in the process of building here is some sort of outdoor hot tub for the allotment, because this thing is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. I don't know if you can quite get the scale of it. Let me move out over here. I honestly didn't think it would be anywhere near this big. So I've not finished putting it together, but I don't think I know there's only 2 bags here, there's another 2 bags over there. My 4 bags of Grow More Grow all-purpose peat-free compost is going to fill this. I mean, look at the size of it. It's absolutely massive. So we need to pivot, we need to change, we need to do something different, because I don't have enough compost to fill this. Not to worry, that's what we do different things. So we've got a pallet collar raised bed over there, and we've got one over there, and I've got some spare pallet collars hiding at the back of the plot over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double one of those up. We'll get the soil, the compost, whatever sorted, and we'll put them in there. So I'm going to have a bit of a think, a bit of a sort, and I'll be back with you in just a jiffy. So much procrastination about where I'm going to put this. I've finally got a place. This is the end of one of the old potato beds. So I've got the asparagus down there displaying the camera that you probably can't see. I've got a volunteer potato growing here. So the soil at the bottom of here is actually really good, because I had potatoes growing in it last year. I've put a lining of cardboard down. Ironically, the cardboard from the box from that giant metal bed from over there that we're using at the bottom of here. I've chopped up some of the comfrey and we've put a layer of comfrey at the bottom there. But now it is on to our new compost. And I mentioned this before, and I said it was a bit of a bargain. I didn't really say how much it was, but these are 50-litre bags. And I got 2 of these 50-litre bags for a £5. So that's not too bad. So I got 6 bags when I was at the garden centre the other day. I got I got 1 for my mum and dad, and I've got 5 for me. I've got 4 with me here. I've got 1 at the house ready for doing little seedlings with. I've no idea if this stuff's any good or not, but you know what? For the sakes of a £5 for 2 50-litre bags, I'm going to try it. And what I'm going to do is, because it's for carrots, and if you've seen me doing this before, you know I'm a bit of faff with carrots, and this is going to take me quite some time to get through the 4 bags that I've got here. I will do it more efficiently than just troweling it in over there, but I'm going to put it through the mill, dead simple, pile the soil in there, turn it round, lovely fine soil comes out the bottom, removes all the lumps and bumps and stones and bits of wood or anything else that's in the compost, gives me nice powdery soft compost with nothing that's going to block the carrots from going nice and long and straight in the bottom there. So I'm going to crack on with this, sort this out, and we'll come back to you when we see how much 4 bags of compost fill these 2 pallet collars, which I suspect isn't going to be very much, but we'll see. And I think I'm just about done for today. Let me show you, all right? Let me bring you over here. So this is about where I'm up to. You can see the comfrey all chopped up in the bottom there. We've got some of the compost, it's been through the mill over there, and I've mixed in some of the perlite. It's a little bit, that compost is a little bit sticky, a little bit claggy, so I'm mixing the perlite there to break it up. I suspect that's just because it's a bit damp, a bit wet coming out of the bag. But you can see that's pretty much 1 bag that's been through the mill there, and it's just filled that bit up. So I reckon I'm going to need at least another half a dozen bags from the garden centre. Anyway, all you would have seen for the rest of this video is me filling that up and then scattering some Autumn King 2 carrot seed over the top, and we'll see how they grow. Anyway, things don't quite work out. The old monster metal bed over there, I'm going to try and find a home for that now, and I'm going to finish off milling this, and then I'll have a trip down to the garden centre and get some more compost and whatnot and get stuff sorted out. But I think that's me done for today for this one. Not to worry though, there's always tomorrow. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, folks, and hopefully I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.